be still in the middle of the day, and look how dark that is and how creepy this looks. And this is like, well, not even nighttime. This is not even near nighttime because I refuse to come here in the dark. 100%. I'm trying not to slip because I've only got my wellies on. See? So I'm trying so hard not to slip over. Might actually just stop filming for this bit. In front of me lies the old Roman road. Well, technically I've already been on it because this is also part of the old Roman road. And over there is Ashridge House, which is the old Roman road. I'm so sorry, I'm so out of breath. I really need So, I don't know whether you can see Ashridge House. But this is where the Duke of Bridgewater lived. You can just make it out, just sort of where my finger is. Ugh. Camera isn't great when it's zoomed in. And also, it's not a great day. But the third Duke of Bridgewater lived there, and he made this his secret entrance using the old Roman road, and he sunk it down and then put the bridge over the top. The bridge. How freaky does this look? Hello and welcome to another episode of our Ghosts Reel. Today, as you can probably hear, I am under a bridge, and this bridge is quite famous in the local area as being haunted. Now, this is it's not actually a particularly old bridge. It's only really from the 17th/18th century and was built by the third Duke of Bridgewater, who lived in the old monastery, which, if I'm pointing, is that way. So it's actually not a very old structure, and he built it really for his wife, to basically hide her from sight from peasants and other noblemen. So he built this bridge to be able to hide her from basically anyone really who So that's why this was built. But it's a really, really old, well, it's not that old, it's quite old. But there's now local legends that surround this place, including the fact that this is the old road as well to the old Roman road. So this road, from where I'm pointing up here, has basically been around since Roman times, and it goes down below behind me as well, down there. You can just see, there you go. So this is a really, 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 really old road, and has been used basically ever since, from medieval times. Not so much now, because now it's surrounded by two new roads, and it's kind of away from everything, so it's no longer really used. But it was used to get to the monastery back in the day, which again is that way and is still in existence today, and now is a college, Ashridge College, or now called Hurst, I think. It's called Hurst. But that used to be a monastery, and it went eventually to the Bridgewater family, so it actually was their family home. And supposedly, ghost story wise, there is a monk that is supposed to travel along here and basically trying to get back to the monastery, and people have said that they've seen him kind of wandering up and down the road. So there's that. And then another sort of ghost story legends is that because this is a Roman road, people say that they see a Roman sentry here who's supposedly guarding. I don't know what he's guarding, and I'm also a bit skeptical about this one because I would have thought that Roman legions stuck together rather than just having one Roman soldier. I don't know. But supposedly there's a Roman soldier who's supposed to guard here as well, and he's been seen. And then red orbs have been seen, as well as red lights mysteriously, like in the undergrowth, like on the sides here, have been seen. And then also voices have been heard. Animals don't like coming down here. Dogs get funny. Horses get really weird and agitated. People have said they've seen shadows. So there's a lot of kind of things going on. And one of the really freakiest ones as well, which I don't really like, is that people apparently have practiced witchcraft and Satanism here. So it's got ties to basically satanic rituals as well, where, to be honest, I'm out on that one. So yeah, I mean, you can see why they would choose this place, because it is kind of creepy, as I said, middle of the day, and it's super dark. So I'm glad I didn't come here at night, otherwise I think I probably would have run away by now. I'm going to have a look out and see if I can see any stars, like satanic or 666 and things like that, because apparently it's etched in to the bridge. That's what I'm looking for, bridge. However, someone does actually come along and gets rid of it, which is good, to be honest, because they don't like that people do that here. So I don't know who comes along and gets rid of it, but someone does. So hopefully I shouldn't find anything, hopefully. But it does also beg the question then, is there a portal here? If people have been, doing things like Satanism and rituals and witchcraft and stuff, if they haven't done it properly, there could well be a portal here as well. And that kind of terrifies me, because you don't know then what is here. So I'm just going to check out first and see if I can see anything on the walls, like any graffiti, sort of 666. Right, so I've got my torch, and I'm just going to see if I can see anything. Let me know in the comments below if you can see anything sort of oh, there's a star there, but that doesn't really look like one. Or if it is, that's a really bad one. Someone hasn't drawn that very well. No offense to the artist. Just dissing people's art. But let me know in the comments below if you see anything, because otherwise I have to say I'm out, effectively. So far I'm not really seeing anything, and half of the stuff I can't actually read. I see your... Okay, that's not at all creepy. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. This is good. So far, so good. But as I said, someone does actually come along, or a group of people, I think, come along and get rid of anything satanic on here. So I've heard, anyway. Right, so now I feel slightly safer knowing there is no evil things on it. I'm going to get started with the investigation. So, let's get into this. My cat ball's going off. Hope you guys can see that. Oops, there it is. Thank you. Do you mind me being here again? Because I have actually been here before, but before I couldn't record. It's a long story. I won't bore you with it. Do you mind me having a camera here? Do you know what a camera is? Salve. Kareen. I think that's hello. But I'm saying my name. I don't know. That's the only bit of Latin I actually know is salve. And I don't even know if I'm actually saying that right. That's great. I did actually write down some Roman, or Latin should I say, just in case. But I've basically forgotten it all. I might have brought it with me though. Let's see here. I have a new piece of equipment, which is this. It's very, very loud, and I'm really sorry. It won't scare you, I promise. I'm just going to put it here as well, okay? It won't harm you, but if you just go close to it, it will make an alarm. But I promise you, it will not hurt you. Okay. So, I'm going to turn it on now. It's going to go off because I'm here. You just go up to there, and basically you do this. Okay? And that's all it does, I promise. It will not harm you. Okay? I'm just making noise, which I know is quite loud. But my name is Kareen. Could you let me know your name? By the way, I'm here. Or could you let me know that you're here by making one of those things go off for me? Could you make the cat ball go off? Like you did before? I'm also going to put my other. I'm also going to put my other cat ball down. I mean, my cat ball. I put all my cat balls down. I'm also going to put down my recorder. That's what I meant to say. I'm just coming back again. EVP section, the Devil's Bridge. This is called the Devil's Bridge. EVP session. None of these things will harm you. I promise you that. It will just allow me to know your story. Because if you don't mind, I would like to know it. If you don't feel comfortable using any of that, can you just make a sound for me? Are they? There's a Roman soldier here. Are they? Or salve? Latin Romana? That means Roman. By the way, I might be speaking Latin really all wrong, but if they know Latin, then that's really helpful. EVP session. None of these things will harm you. I promise you that. Do you mind if I come closer? If you don't want me to come closer, make the cat balls go off and I'll stay far back. Whoa. My camera stopped recording. When I said that, my camera stopped. Whoa, it came up with something there. It's come up with a little box. When it comes up with a box, it thinks there's a face there. But it's not coming up on here. Damn it. I need a better. You can't see this. There we go, you can kind of see it. It's coming up with a small box, which means it's trying to map something. And it's doing it again. Is there something here with me? That's really interesting though, that this turned itself, hasn't turned itself off, it just stopped recording. Oh, it's saying the card's full, that's why. Okay, it's not paranormal, that's debunked, it's just the fact that the card is full. I must have just not changed the card. Oh well, I've got this one. This is no longer recording now, so I'm just going to stop that. But it's weird though how it's trying to map something. I think I can show you. I don't mean you any disrespect or any harm or anything. All I want to know is who you are. Are you the Roman soldier? Or are you a monk? Quidagi? I think it's quidagi. That means how are you in Latin, I think. Could you let me know how you are using the little device there? You can talk into it. So this is the other side of the lane. It's now stopped raining, which is so nice. And that's looking up towards the bridge. Beautiful here. And what's really cool is this low hanging cloud, which is just hitting the top there. That is really cool. The sheep are all staring at me. Hello sheep! I've had to cut it short because people have turned up. So unfortunately there's nothing I can do but go. But I really do hope that you enjoyed this one. So I don't really, my cat ball went off once, but I don't really think I got anything. Obviously I have to go and check. I'm glad I got to use the REM pod though. So just very quickly on terms of how the REM pod works. Basically it uses its own magnetic field. Sorry, I thought that I heard something that sounded like someone walking. Anyway, it uses its own magnetic field, and if anything gets in contact with that magnetic field and breaks it, it then goes off. So that's how a REM pod works. But I'm glad I managed to use it anyway. And it's also, I'm really pleased, it stopped raining. How nice is this now? The sun has come out. I'm trying not to drop the camera. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for the next locations that I've got. And happy Halloween month to you all. Bye guys.